Aloha, welcome to Prince Sean Internet TV. Here we go, talking about how one is compensated in the spiritual realm as opposed to in physical getting a check every week. Remembering that it may be good to have, a steady job, but also be skeptical. Is that job useful for society? And will am I working most efficiently? For instance, using an appropriately sized broom instead of undersized, and trying to um, you know to make more time on the clock, even though you could accomplish it quicker. The universe senses that, and that's a particular vibration I discourage participating in. Okay, so admittedly, some people, such as yourself, may have responsibilities to a child, etc., and so you're not having as much freedom as I, John Remus, do. And that's why I'm here to help you out and make this world a special place with a simple choice and selection of words. Because you're the one that has to speak it. You can enjoy my entertaining and insightful blogs, but you've got to use these words yourself if you really want to have control over your life and make your life the way you want it. Starting with not comparing my creativity, or my work product or challenges to anybody else around me, because it's my thing. I'm, going beyond competing. For instance, some people might think that a CEO does better than them, because they're a janitor, or that somebody who, created the iPhone is more creative than them if they work at, a restaurant. But my theory is that if people are feeling uninspired, or they're not working, you know, they may they may need on the job training or encouragement, or they may need to take a break, or even do a set of push-ups, get some blood flowing. And bottom line, they might feel like they're not using their creative potential, like thinking something like, oh, I could be, a DJ or a celebrity, and I could, be the president, and then I could make the world an amazing place. In the spiritual realm, all you need is now, and light work or some type of meditation where you can actively and consciously affect your reality. And use your creative potential and have a sense of purpose, and not feel that your job is meaningless, because ultimately, even though you may have a job in which you build something or whatever your occupation is, I believe your first job to yourself is to to be creative and responsible for your spirituality, your religion, the foundation of your life. So here's a for instance. Say you work at a restaurant, maybe they serve meat there, you're a vegetarian, and you're feeling like there's nothing you can do. You have to do it. There is something you can do. Check this out. It's called superimposing unconditional love and imbuing positive energy onto anything you're doing. Being a level 5 worker. Level 5 worker means you're, oriented around the company. You're interested in the future of the company and what other people are doing, you know, and you're trying to take as much responsibility as you can, and completely involve yourself in your work as opposed to just trying to make a paycheck. And so it's the field that we're affecting here. Like, using healing words, doing light work around the restaurant, imagining people smiling, having an effect on the everything, the substance of life, all the physical things, doing it from the fundamental level, the unified field of life. So what I'm saying is, maybe somebody who's not a vegetarian, simply saying, "Oh, you should be a vegetarian. Look what you're doing to these animals," I believe does not effectively deal with the situation. And the way to do it is to use unconditional love, like say something like, "Hey, even though you eat meat, I still, respect you as, um, a person, and I'm um, not judgmental towards you. You may not associate with this person. Um, I think I'd advise refraining from talking about religion with people who disagree with you, maybe telling them you'll email them about it if they want to talk, and not talking directly in person, but basically, just being positive around somebody even if you disagree with them, and letting that unconditional warmth affect them, as opposed to trying to uh, convince them of a particular lifestyle or belief. So, what else? I think that sometimes it's appropriate to be deceitful under duressful situations. Like, say somebody asks you, "Oh, did you like the gift I gave you?" and you feel like you can't say no. Well, then say you did, and then email them later and say, "I felt too nervous to talk about it." Look after your feelings. Don't worry about what another person's feeling, or whether they might be unhappy that you lie to them. Take care of yourself. And when looking at people, say that that is an alive human being, as opposed to just trying to, you know, make fun of them. Just let them be their individual self. Okay, what else? Take a deep breath, relax with me here. Okay. Remember when being charitable to make an unconditional gesture. Uh, some Christian churches, for example, might expect the person to pray with them if they give them food, but charitability, I think, should be helping somebody meet their basic needs so that they themselves can decide about their religion, their religious pursuits. Um, okay, so if my wife was next to me, what would I do? Um, Look at what she does she when she's alone, not with me. Let's be objective about things and not try to change each other, but just accept each other as who we are, and you know try to make room for somebody who's really like us, instead of just being in a relationship because being in the bedroom feels good. Let's make life special.
What do you do on your computer? Like, 'cause a lot of people really find that people who want to use
Okay.
very powerful desktop computer.
Be
Not
careful,
to say that the
because
13 inch is not as
you
powerful,
can be attracted
but
to
for most
people
people,
where,
if you're gonna see it,
just
it's
because of
faster for them.
proximity, they're nearby. So,
Like that would be
you
faster.
know, love is a
That's when it's really
timely,
good.
sacred, and elaborate thing, including courtship ritual.
You
Let
can
it be
always, I
that.
mean, if it's kind of on the smaller side of the screen, that's also an option, connected to like a TV or
Okay, what else here?
Are you a student? No? You work for any major corporation?
Imagine,
Pretty good.
imagine a woman is
Okay.
smiling. Like,
Do you
this
look
is
for
for
one?
guys to think. Imagine you look at a woman you're attracted to and she's smiling. Um, and this is a different energy than seductive or trying to, potential mating ritual type thing. Just have confidence that the field, the superconscious field that connects us all, um, knows who is right for me. So there's no need to force somebody to like you. Just work on yourself and be yourself. Uh,
Don't forget.
what else here? I suggest when feeling bad or suicidal, don't exercise or try to work. If possible, eat and rest. When you're feeling good, then you can work and exercise. But it's ideal not to do things unless you can influence the space around you with light, make it positive. It's okay if you need rest. Don't be judgmental towards yourself. In theory, if everyone agrees on the effectiveness of a particular religious ritual, then they could designate somebody to do it for them instead of them doing it themselves and pay that person. For instance, if somebody, if a group of people agree on the light work, then they could have one person do the light work on the other people, like imagine light around them, etc. Um, I mean, in other words, in the Christian realm, like you would have people pray for you. That would be like the way that they help you. But I think there's only a limited effectiveness of prayer because if you think about it, praying the person will be better is the equivalent of saying they're not better. So simply visualizing the person already better and doing light work on them, I believe, is the most effective technique on using our minds to create reality. Now, uh, okay. Remember, diet and lifestyle is important when mate selection because you're both going to want to live a happy lifestyle together. And would you want to hang out with this person if they were elderly? Um, that's how you use another way to distinguish between love and lust. Okay, so let us live to die eventually? No, I don't think so. Let's live to live indefinitely. So take as good care of ourselves as possible and don't think of ourselves as having an expiration date. Alright. Try to think of people as always trying the best with what they have, with the knowledge that they have. So, in other words, in a sense, there can be no wrong that can be done, really, because, you know, if they knew what you and I knew, for example, they'd probably act differently. So it's just a question of education, not giving somebody money beyond being charitable to their basic needs. Now, let's simplify things. Instead of saying people are good or bad or on the right path or they're being, they should change their religion. Let's just say that they're either being creative or destructive. Uh, okay, so paradoxically or ironically, calling somebody a destructive person is not creative. So saying somebody is a fool, even if in theory they are, may sound logical, but it's actually more effective to improve your reality if you say that they are wise and try to look, you know, just create your reality, your realm of words. It doesn't have to mean that you associate with other people. And, a person might be unproductive, but they might be friendliness. So just compliment their friendliness. Focus on good qualities. That way you can create a positive vibration. Um, and that's, I think, how we feel a sense of oneness and unity. Just by feeling the same good vibration around each other, as opposed to all having the same lifestyle. Because we're all different. Uh, you see, my feelings are my responsibility. And I will leave you at that.